sure. So it's so much fun to see everyone crank it up to full gear for a stretch there at the end and give the fans a show. Just a nice touch from the perimeter. I like whenever MP looks to fire from distance.
Here's Lee. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
They're showing some muscle here in the first half as well and getting a lot of their points in the paint.
And a chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
And the basket by MP.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
The Pistons have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Pass to Graham. Back to Lee. Into the lane. Not going to go that time. Oh, great D that time from MP. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Lyles. The Pistons trailing. Grant outside. With some arc. And he lays it in. Grant's got 7.
Such a graceful move. Showing off the floater game.
Here's MP. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. 51 seconds left to play in the first. Lee into the lane. Pass to Olynyk. To the middle. Here's Grant. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 9 points in the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's MP. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to get that lead even bigger.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Lee. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Now here's MP. He's guarded closely. There's the triple. Drains the triple.
Once again, MP scoring. If I was his teammate, I'd give him the ball every possession.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We'll be right back with you shortly. So it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
We are joined live in studio today by MP, yours truly, the YouTube sensation turned NBA baller. MP, welcome to the show.
Oh, man, thanks for having me, Kendrick.
We've seen you have your ups and downs this year.
Right, yeah.
There was some talk about you being an all-star snub, but being honest with you, I don't think you're there yet.
Okay.
And I think if you want to help your team make a run in the playoffs, you got to step it up big time in the second half of the season. What do you say about that?
I mean, you've been giving me a hard time this whole year. You know what I'm saying, Kendrick? So I'm expecting that from you.
So, MP, you're going to sit up here and tell me that you don't have to step your game up?
Come on, look, man, I'm always trying to improve. That's a given. But you asked me, what do I have to say about you telling me to step it up? All I got to say is you never believed in me, and why would you start?
If you prove me wrong on the court, I admit it. I am a man of my word. I just haven't seen the all-star that the other people see.
Okay, look, man, and that's fine. I just don't have much to say about it, and that's your opinion. And obviously, I don't agree with you, but, hey, it is what it is, right?
I guess it is. Good luck in the second half, MP.
Thank you.
Taskmaster burst the bionic zit splitter. Breakneck speed with all day, and some say they ain't productive. Could that depend upon the demon that you're stuck with? Cause right now, I see clearer than most. I sit here contented with this cheese on toast. I feel the pain of a third world famine. Said wait, we count them blessings and keep jamming. Says him. His worth was nil until he gained the skill of tongues from 15 years young.
So good.
Anything else you want to talk about 2K related?
I'm super excited for the new game. I love the covers. I love that like D-Book has his shoe like kind of like the focal point in it. And it says Be Legendary, and I think he's a legend. Just signed like a crazy extension. I love like the women's cover. Love the Michael Jordan cover. You might see some Circulate in the new game. Super excited for that. And yeah, like shout out to the whole 2K family, and thank you for always having me be a part.
What's up, guys? We're here with Peniel, and we are talking NBA 2K23. You recently got into the game since NBA 2K17. What are you excited about for this year's game?
Well, for the first time, I got my face scan.
Yeah.
So I guess getting to play as me in my play.
The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Well, DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all. Play the right way and just get lost.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows. Thank you. And a highly anticipated matchup tonight, Greg. Two teams that could not be hotter.
And the trick to winning a game like this, force your opponent to play your style of ball.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Ibaka is out there with Clint Capella, and it's man in at the 3 spot, and for the Mavericks. And the post players for him, Kleba and Porzingis. Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. And it's the Mavericks to start out. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Capella. Gibson comes in for Serge Ibaka. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Mann. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Jackson. Now, here's George. 6 points for him. Here he goes. And it's George finishing it off.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation. And Paul George got it there.
And for so long in Indiana, Paul George was that guy. But boy, I tell you, he's been a good sidekick the last few years.
Well, he's been amazing and continues to be a little bit undervalued in the way that people assume Paul George's offensive and defensive game as a collective and the way it impacts winning, especially playing alongside Kawhi Leonard. Didn't have to take as much of the offensive load if he didn't want to. But Paul George still gets it done.
From outside, off the mark.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Another miss by MP. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Brownie's checked in for Jackson. Hartenstein's checked in for the Clippers. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the field at this point. And here's MP for 3. They get it back. From past the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 6.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Bledsoe passes to Hartenstein.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. On the wing, MP. Guarded by Bledsoe. MP's shot is good.
Showing some touch from deep there. When MP gets a chance to take the 3, he's all over.
George with the ball. He's got 9. George double teamed. Shot clock at 6. Hartenstein passes to Bledsoe. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first. Love how Bledsoe's forcing the issue, not bashful about throwing that athletic build around on an NBA floor.
The Clippers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one misses.
He's just such a bulldog out.
Substitution here for the Clippers. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Gibson comes in for Ivica Zubac. Mann's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Mann. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Jackson looking around. Back to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Clint Capella is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. Now Jackson. Following the three-point attempt by MP.
It almost looked like that spin left him a little dizzy. Didn't have a very steady hand there on the attempt.
Launches a 3. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
And it's clear how talented a player MP is. When he takes over like this, boy, he is fun to watch.
Jackson passes to Capella. And here's Kennard. Second shot opportunity. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Gibson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The 3 from MP. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jackson kicks to Capella. Kennard on the wing. Jackson passes to Mann. And, oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
You know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line. And when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Mavericks on top, up 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Ulrich, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Coming up next, the Mavericks taking on the Clippers. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg. Grant Hill. Allie, it's all you.
Brian, as the NBA.
Very interesting, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you. So here's the Clippers starting group. Jackson and George, they're manning the backcourt. Clint Capella out there with Serge Ibaka. And it's man in at the small forward. And for Dallas, and a huge...
Clippers substitution.
And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubac, he's checked in for Capella. Gibson comes in for Ibaka. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Jackson. And some great news for MP. He'll be at All-Star Weekend participating in the Rising Stars game.
And that's a huge honor in this league. Getting selected to play in that event is well-deserved. MP has a very bright future.
Not lacking confidence in his scoring ability inside, Bledsoe knows he can do damage from there.
From deep, MP. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Well, you want to talk loaded college teams? Eric Bledsoe played with some serious talent during his 1 year in school.
Bledsoe went 18th overall in the 2010 draft. He was the 4th selection from his school. Now, John Wall went 1st overall, DeMarcus Cousins 5th, and Patrick Patterson 14th. I'm happy I never had to face that squad when I was in college.
Good job by Bledsoe to lay into that defender. That's what we call putting the wood on.
From deep, MP. Kennard with the rebound.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Man misses.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
From deep, MP. They get it back. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Kennard against Powell. Kennard outside. Pass to Bledsoe. Sweet little floater.
Love how Bledsoe mixes it up. I mean, proving how dangerous that floater of his can be.
MP outside. Jacks up a 3. Oh, another miss by MP. Bledsoe goes in. 1 second left. And he'll draw the foul.